A very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to social science class as we are discussing geography. So, we are doing our chapter 4 agriculture. In our last live class, we discussed about the major crops which includes, you can just see what we have learned in our last class, a variety of non-food crops and food crops that has been discussed, what the type of soil, climate, and where it is practiced or where it is cultivated. We have learned about that. So under that we have three categories, which includes food grains or food crops. Then we have fiber crops, and we have also another food no, a crop that is food crop that is other than grain, that is sugarcane, oilseeds, tea, coffee, etc. And then non-food crops, which or we have discussed, are fiber crops, which include cotton, jute, and also other types are there like rubber. So we discussed that rice, which is a staple food of our that requires high temperature and heavy rainfall. Then wheat requires moderate rainfall and temperature. Then similarly millets also moderate temperature, and then also a low rainfall also can be in areas of low rainfall also can be practiced. So similarly for the other crops also, we discussed about the climatic conditions which is required for their growth, and also soil and the distribution of those. Okay, and today we shall be discussing about the topic. If we see here, the topics are, for today's topic, class, it is agricultural development and a farm in India and USA. Okay, so from today's class we all will learn about the the about the agricultural development. So students will be, or you all will be able to explain the agricultural development after the class, and you also will be able to differentiate between the farming practices or farming system that has been carried out in India and USA. Okay, so let us begin with the class. So agricultural development means what? Okay, so first of all, agricultural development, it refers to the steps which are being made to increase the farm production. So basically agricultural development means it's good quality, it's growth, and the quality or the production that has increased. So agricultural development is can be carried out by putting effort or taking steps to increase the farm production in order to meet the growing demand of the increasing population, because population is increasing, demand for food is increasing, and demand for other crops are increasing. And that's the reason that agricultural development is very important. Then it includes better farming practices, better crops, variety, and awareness of farmers. So for agricultural development that can be carried with the help of better farming practices, which was earlier carried, but better than that, then better crops variety, like green, after green revolution, high yielding variety of seeds are being used, so better quality of seeds or better quality of crops. Then also awareness among the farmers that can lead to the agricultural development. Then this can be achieved in many ways. So what are the ways? Let us see. So increasing the cropped area and the number of crops grown. Agricultural development can be carried out by increasing the cropped area, the area which is already being used. More than that, if it is increased, if even the areas which have lost its fertility, if the fertility is reclaimed and the cropped area has been increased, and also the variety of crops or number of crops that has grown in the area, that if it increases, then it will lead for the betterment of the agricultural sector. Then improving irrigation facilities. If there are some parts in our country also, if we take irrigation is not well developed. So irrigation, if it is well developed all over the world, then it can improve the agricultural production. Then use of fertilizers and high variety of seeds. So use of fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and also high variety of seeds can also lead for agricultural development. Then mechanization of agriculture. Initially simple tools or most of the works were done manually, which takes a lot of time. So after being mechanization, it can lead for the agricultural development, like for starting from plowing to harvesting, everything everything can be done by machines. So mechanization means machine use of machines and other modern methods. So those can lead for agricultural development. So ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase food security. So main purpose or main objective of agricultural development is to increase the production, as because population is increasing, so to increase the food security of the people. Then agriculture had developed at different places in different parts of the world. Developing countries with large population usually practices intensive agriculture, which we already discussed. It is for mainly for self consumption. If rest is there, then that can be sold in the local bazaar. Then and also larger holdings are more suitable for commercial farming, like in USA, that is the developed nations, Canada, Australia. Okay, so with the help of two cases, which is one from developing nations, that is for India, and one from USA, that is a developed nation, you all can understand the agriculture in the, or you can compare and contrast between this developed and developing nation and the agricultural practices which are carried out. So first let's see in India, which is a developing nation. So here is a story, kind of a person's name has been taken to explain the farm system in India, that is Munna Lal. So Munna Lal is a small farmer in a village who has farmland of about 1.5 hectares. He purchased high limb varieties of seeds from the market every alternate year. The land is fertile and he grows at least 2 crops in a year, which are normally wheat or rice or pulses. So he used to grow at least 2 crops in a year, in an agricultural year. Either it can be wheat or rice out of these two, and also pulses after harvesting of the rice or wheat. Then the farmer takes advice of his friends and elders as well as government agricultural officers regarding farming practices. Munna Lal, he used to take help from his friends and also the agricultural officers for the better practice of agriculture. Then he takes a tractor on rent for plowing. So he doesn't have his own tractor, he take a rent of the plowing, for plowing his field. He takes a tractor on rent. Though some of his friends still use traditional methods of using bullocks for plowing, there is a tube well in nearby field which he takes on rent to irrigate his field. So he also take rent for irrigation purpose. Then Munna Lal also has 2 buffaloes and few hens. He has 2 buffaloes and few hens. He sell milk in the cooperative sector store located nearby his town, and he is a member of the cooperative society, which also advises him on the type of fodder for his animals, safety measures to protect the health of the livestock, and artificial insemination. So he takes help, even he is a member of the cooperative society, and which also advises him to provide what type of fodder is suitable for his animals, and also safety measures to protect the health of the livestock. Then all the members of the family help him in various farm activities. Most of the family members of him, they help in the laborers are his family members. Sometimes he takes credit from the bank or agricultural cooperative society to buy HYV seeds and implements. Implements means machineries and other inputs. So sometimes even he takes credit from the cooperative society to buy the necessary requirements for agriculture, that is HYV seeds and other inputs or implements. He sells his produce in the mandi. Mandi means bazaar, local bazaar nearby him. So he sells his produce in the mandi located nearby town. Since majority of the farmers do not have storage of facilities, they are forced to sell the produce even when the market is not favorable to them. So since most of the farmers in India, they do not have proper storage facility, and that's the point, whatever is being produced, what is surplus in a year, they don't have proper storage facility, and that's why they have to sell the produce or the products or the crops in the market, even if the price of the product is less. Market is not favorable means when the price is also less, without earning much profit, he has to sell the, or other farmers has to sell the product to the in the local bazaar or mandi. Now, in recent years, the government has taken some steps to develop the storage facility of our India. Now let's see what the farm in USA. The average size of the farm of the USA is much larger than that of Indian farm. A typical farm size in the USA is about 250 hectares, and the farmers generally resides in the farm only. Some of the major crops grown are corn, soybean, wheat, cotton, sugar beet. Then Joe Horan, who is a farmer in the Midwest USA, in Iowa states, own about 300 hectares. You can see there in our Indian case what are the amount of land it was owned by Munna Lal, and here you can see Joe Horan how much he has. He grows corn on his field after making sure that soil and the water resource meet the needs of this corn. Okay, then adequate measures are taken to control pests that can damage the crop. From time to time he sends the soil samples to a soil testing laboratory to check whether the nutrients are sufficient or not. The results he has to plan the results whatever he get that help him to plan a scientific fertilizer program for the better production. Then his computer is linked to the satellite, which gives him a precise picture of the field. So he has a modern sophisticated practices of agriculture. Then this helps him to use chemical fertilizers, pesticides wherever they are required. He uses tractors, seeds, drills, levelers, combine harvesters and threshers to perform various agricultural operations. Grains are stored in the automated grain storage or dispatched to market agencies. The farmer in USA works like a businessman, not like a peasant like that is being in India. You can see here, this is the picture shown for USA where farming is being practiced in case of that. So the keywords we have learned here is mechanization, use of machineries, high yielding varieties of seeds. It's the after the green revolution, better quality seeds that has been introduced. Mandi means bazaar. Chemical fertilizers, which is menus, which are chemical fertilizers which gives more production. And these are the homework which will be also given in your Google Classroom. Okay, so you can see the homework and we can discuss also. If there is any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, so these questions will be provided in the Google Classroom as a homework. Okay, so thank you so much, students.